Here we are, early morning. It's 5:45 a.m. I just had quite a successful little night. I did about 250 or so, which is good for a Monday night. $80 lease. So, I made in excess of 150 for myself, which is really very nice. And so now I'm on my way to the bank to put money in the bank, and I didn't have anyone difficult or didn't have any problems with anything. It just went very smoothly for a Monday. I think the nicer weather is getting people to be less nasty and in a better mood, so that might be helping. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow right about here. It's 11 o'clock at night. It's Tuesday night. It's the 19th of April, and it is Taxi Vlog 401. And I'm doing pretty good so far. I got over 100 on. Just ended up doing a kind of moving job for this homeless guy, or he claimed to have just come out of prison, and he was stealing things, or he had stolen stuff from the drop-off of the Salvation Army. So it was kind of a dumpster dive, so to speak. Well, the town's looking pretty quiet. The only big thing was, well, I had a few good trips already, and there was a hockey game, a local hockey game, playoffs. So traffic was a little heavy for a little while there. Yeah. I'm gonna get me a coffee, just because I want to stay awake. So I'm coming the back way here. I was going to go in the front way, but there were cars coming at me, so I had to get out of their way. So anyway, yeah, this homeless guy dropped him off at his buddy's place, I guess, where he's staying temporarily. And I got an Alfa Romeo dealer here. Believe it or not, Fiat and Alfa Romeo. And you probably recognize this place. It's the Tim Hortons. I'll just pull in right here. Yeah, good enough. There's a bit of a haze in the morning. There was a fire somewhere, and you can still smell the smoke in the air from that fire. You can see the haze over everything. I don't know exactly where the fire was, but I saw a fire truck downtown. The night ended up very well. I did more than 200. Expenses are not too big because it was a Tuesday night, so I guess I got in excess of 150 for myself, which is acceptable for a Tuesday night. So that's 2 good nights in a row. And I did have a few weird customers tonight. There was one woman who went from a convenience store, and she went home. She went a whole 2 blocks. Put some light on us. She went a whole 2 blocks, and it was $4. Well, 2 long blocks anyway. $4.05, and she wanted to pay with Interac, and so she gave her the machine, and she put in her card, and then she says, "How do I make it so it's no tip? I don't want to leave a tip." Okay, fine. Well, all you gotta do is choose either amount or percent and just push the 0. Oh, thank you, she says. Well, have a nice morning. Have a nice day. Anyways, yeah, and I had some sketchier characters than that. I had, we're at the bank. Let me just turn the lights off in here. Oh, see, there's the bank. I'm going to deposit some money this morning. I'll be back tomorrow. Wednesday night, the 20th of April, downtown Inner Harbor. The reek of weed is everywhere, just because it is the 20th of April. Apparently at 20 after 4 in the afternoon, there were big clouds of smoke everywhere. I don't like pot myself. I don't like the smell of it, and I don't like the paranoid, out of control, uncomfortable feeling that I would get from smoking it. And the last time I smoked it was maybe, well, it was a long time ago. Probably about 20 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago, something like that. And so there was a big celebration in the afternoon. Now there's just more cars on the road, seemingly, than usual on a Wednesday night. Yeah. So we're going through downtown and trying to get out of it. I don't like it down here. There seem to be a lot more people walking around than usual. A lot of freaky people. They've got a band playing. Free entertainment. Lights green. Better go. Yeah, and the sun's just gone down. It's starting to get a little darker. So far the night hasn't been terrible. It's been a typical Wednesday night, except for there's more people walking around. A few more cars on the road. See that? There's more cars in the way. Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes later on. I'm leaving the Saanich Police Station right now. I had a 2-hour ordeal that's just ending now. I'm on my way to the car wash to clean out the back of the car because it's a mess. I pride myself on not often getting any pukers. And yeah, this stupid thing is gonna beep at me, but I don't care, and you're gonna live with it. I was sent to a house, a big house, out in the sticks to pick up someone. I got there and ended up picking up 2 guys. The one in the back seat was quite wasted, and the one in the front was, well, he wasn't anywhere near as bad. He was coherent and he could give me an address to go to. So I took him halfway across the town to an address. Now, there was this girl at the party who paid me $30 on Interac. And then, when I dropped the guy off in Gordon Head, he paid me another $25. And it was just a little over 30 on the meter. But I was surprised that this guy didn't help his friend into the house. So there's this guy in the backseat of my car drunk as can be, dry heaving, puking, kinda, sorta. And I asked him, well, where do you live, buddy? He gave me the address of 84 West Ridge. So I looked up West Ridge in the book, and there was a West Ridge off of Munns Road. But there was no 84 West Ridge. The numbers were 2,900 and something, and in the 3,000s, and there was only a few houses there. So he was quite incoherent, and I had got him there with the money that I had made, that I had been given by the girl and the guy who got out first. I was surprised that the guy just left. Gave me $25 and left. He got out of the car, and that was that, leaving me with this drunk here who ended up getting out a few times and puking in the car and making all kinds of noises like he was in severe pain, which he probably was. So when I found out that, you know, with the $58 that I had, that we were at the wrong place, then I decided to take him to the drunk tank. We got down to the drunk tank, to the police station. We got a constable to come out, and she tried to revive him and get good numbers and everything off of him, good address, and he lied about his name, he lied about his address, he lied to the police about everything. Turned out he wasn't exactly, but he gave the right address for where he was staying, but he gave the wrong name. You see, these are hockey players, and they just lost the playoffs like a couple nights ago. Or was it last night? Anyway, it wasn't long ago. They lost the playoffs. And so they were celebrating, or the opposite, they were drowning their sorrows, and they drank too much too fast, and this guy didn't know what was up, and it took a while to get him. They called an ambulance because they suspected alcohol poisoning and stuff. And anyway, it was just a stupid mess, and the police were saying, you know, you should charge him for having to clean up the car and the fare. And I figured out, okay, he owes me about $23 for the fare, on top of how much I drove, on top of the money I had already, plus another $75 for cleaning the car. So I billed him $98, and he was able to, at the last minute, remember his PIN. We put it on Interac. So I got paid for this whole ordeal. Now that we're back at the car wash, for this whole ordeal, I got $58 and $98. So $166 for the last 2 hours. That's actually pretty good, but now I gotta clean this car out. Yuck! Oh man, I don't know what these kids are doing here, but I gotta clean this car out. Okay. Talk to you at the end of the night, I guess. Oh yeah, how's that for a full moon? So now it's the morning of the 21st of April. It is Thursday morning. I don't have any commitments today. In the morning, I don't have to go for a chiropractor appointment, and I don't have to go exercise, and I don't have to do any of those things. And it's beeping again. Can't you tell why I love to hate this thing? Yeah, well, you know what? It's probably made me crazy a long time ago, so it can't make me crazy anymore. There's another one of our cars right over there. And a green light. Let's go. I'm just going to park this thing. I made a stop at the gas station already, and not really much happened after I cleaned the car out. I had a couple of fares. I had one that was about $27 and another one that was about $6. So another 30 bucks odd or so on top of everything. So I grossed almost 400 with this whole adventure. I think fuel cost me $12 and the lease on the car is $95. So, you know, I can't complain. I think I've done very well. Yeah. And I'm sort of tired too right now. I don't know, can you see me? Do I look tired? I don't know. So, yeah, I never showed you this part, did I? Did I ever show you where we parked the cab? I'm just going to go home and eat something and drink some whiskey and go to sleep. That's my plan. That's my plan. I want to rest. Because tomorrow I have to go do exercises. Yeah. Oh, there's crows. There's always crows around here. They built a house. A little old house was torn down, and a big new ugly house was built to replace it. That makes any sense. I think we're gonna just park it right about here, I think. Make sure we're not on the yellow line. Oh. Have I ever given you a view out the back? I don't know, have I? Whoa! And there we are, basically. What? Oh, okay. All right. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Let's see what it's like out here. Wow, there we are. There's the morning. And we're parked legally. Yeah, see you tomorrow. We're in front of the Accent Inn, which is sort of a motel close to where I usually hang out. There's the Bin 4 burger restaurant. I was in there one time, and the way the walls are hard, it makes the sound bounce off them, so you can't hear yourself talk when you're talking to someone else who's in there. It's Friday morning. It is 5:27 a.m. No, it's not. Yeah, it is Friday morning. I get confused what day it is because I started on Thursday night. And this shift has been a lot less eventful than the shift before, where I made almost $400. Tonight I made something over 2, but quite a lot less than 3. Still, you know, it's worth a couple of bottles of good Irish whiskey. And my Irish whiskey is getting kind of low. So right now I'm gonna go sit in the parking lot again and maybe watch another video or 2 on this phone that I'm using as a camera. just to pass away the next half hour before it's time to park it. Hopefully, maybe I get another trip in there. Yeah. Oh. There's one point where I went to sleep for probably more than an hour. Then I got a call to pick this guy up, and it was yawning and yawning and yawning. Now I'm not yawning anymore. The sky is starting to turn a little lighter than it was. If you look up there, it's kind of bluish gray. It's cloudy looking. Yeah, here's my spot. Right in this little parking lot. Right here is where we get our Wi-Fi. And yeah, I know you've seen this before. Right about here. This is a good spot. Like so. And there goes the garbage truck. It's 20 after 5 in the morning. And it's been going good. I just broke 400. I've had a really good week. I cannot complain at all. Yeah, I've had a wonderful week. For April, it's been a good time. Tonight was a little busier than your average Friday. I came out and I was getting one call after another. But the thing about Fridays is that there are more short calls, like people going home from the grocery store, and just little short piddling calls. I did have a couple of longer ones as the night went on, but there are some really short trips in there. So generally I've been happy with the whole thing. I was busy. It was one after another, until like 3 o'clock. The whole time. I didn't have a chance to really take a break and take a breather. Of course, after 3, I got another call at 3:30, and that one was good. And then I had another call just after 4, and it said on the MDT, check for cash. I don't enjoy those because, you know, chances are the guy's an asshole, or hasn't paid, or his Interac was declined or something. So I get to the house and I phone the number. Nobody answers. I wait 5 minutes. I call the number again. Nobody answers. So I go back to the parking lot, and 10 minutes later, my phone is ringing with that number. I reject it. And again, it's ringing with that number. I reject it again. Then my MDT beeps at me with that address again. Fuck it. I'm not going. I didn't go. Even though I went through that kindergarten routine where I was disciplined for not going. I didn't care. I wasn't gonna, I don't like getting dicked around. And when I get there and I call the phone number, I should get an answer. They called a taxi. They want to go somewhere. Why are they not available? Anyways, this is not a time to do something else. When you call a taxi, you be ready. 10 minutes later, he calls me back. Forget it. Well, then, I just had another one now, which was a good run. It was a good fare, and I'm happy with it. And I got 400 on, and for Friday, yeah, it was okay. I actually got to watch a little movie, too, so, and I fell asleep. bit. Oh, I'm tired now. I'm tired now, I said. So I've got about, another half hour to go. Maybe I'll stretch it a little bit. See if I get another fare. And then I can take my time about bringing the car back because the owner's driving it in the morning. Then I'll go home and put this vlog up. What are you braking for? What lane are you in? What are you braking for? That's a green light. Welcome to Victoria. They got the worst fucking drivers around. Well, on that note, I hope yours is better than mine.